Welcome to a very weird, not weird in a bad way though, in a good way, it can be weird in a good way, edition of the Think.Set Podcast. On today's episode, we are jumping off our normal conversations but going towards something that I think we need to just be clear with. Meat on Fire Africa is a brand that I developed and I'm the brain behind it. And it's a growing brand. And today's conversation is a meat on fire in between the Think.Sets. So, and we have a guest who uniquely, as you see, I never have branded things around my set. But today we're with Unilever, and I'm joined by Chef Pinky Maruping. Because you... Yeah, because the name says so. So in today's edition, we are touching base, obviously, on the food industry in general, and I'm deliberately wearing Meat on Fire Africa because the conversation is around there. We have fallen into a very beautiful partnership with Unilever Food Solutions. And I think you all know Unilever, but there's Unilever Food Solutions. This one caters to brands that have to do with cooks, chefs, and even weddings. I can read these things about. Weddings can also open in the same space. True. Chef Lina, thank you very much for making time to come here. Can I get a Chef Pinky?
Chef Pinky.
Chef Pinky, thank you very much for making time to come through here, and I'm happy you are here. Yes. But let's start first with knowing who you are. Just so we are clear, not from Botswana. So who are you?
No, definitely I'm not from Botswana. Yeah. So yeah, my name is Chef Pinky Maruping, and I am a culinary chef, experienced chef from Unilever Food Solutions in South Africa. I have more than 20 years experience in the food industry. Okay. And I was the first Black woman to be in the board of directors for South African Chefs Association. Okay. And the first Black woman to be a vice president of South African Chefs Association. Okay. So I'm a mother of two. I love everything food. I love the climate. I work with the Global Chef Manifesto, which is a UN chef-led project for chefs around 150 countries, where we're trying to make sure that we advocate for better food systems in the world because of climate change, because how people are eating, people are confused because there's so much information and misinformation. So we as chefs, we advocate for that. We have other groups like Beans is How, showing people that there's nothing wrong with beans, but people don't want to eat beans because they're thinking it's going to give them gas. Then we come in, we do demos, we educate on how to prepare your beans so that they don't give you that gas.
Well, there's a science behind that.
There's a science behind that. Like I always say, food is science. So someone can have
boiled eggs and beans, but just science.
Yes. Okay. So you need to soak your beans overnight. Okay. And then rinse them, and then you can cook them. Then it reduces that gas.
Yeah, because I've never had a gas problem. I remember my mother would, literally, if we were going to eat the khobe the next day, my mother would soak the beans.
At night before.
Even the samp itself, she would soak that. So tomorrow morning, it's just you can't cook them in a hurry. Eh?
No, it's not hurry. It's not hurry thing. And and that's another thing, because of energy source, people, don't have, because it needs time. Okay. If you are in a rural area, it means you need to go collect wood to make sure that you have enough to cook this protein. Right. But it is the most nutrient-dense protein that we can have.
Mm. Chef, you know what we come across, right? There are so many diets now, and some diets will tell you, don't touch beans, So there's so many diets around life that, is it really about the diet, or is it about how you prepare your food?
Listen, it's all about a well-balanced meal. Mm-hmm. You need to know how much you put of starch. As Black people, we have, like in South Africa, we have several colors, or seven.
We call it seven colors.
Yes. Yeah. So you would have rice there. Yeah. You would have potato salad. You would have pasta salad. What's wrong with that, chef, already?
Hey, that's a lot of starch. The
There we
whole
go.
plate is starch.
Yes.
But you see, people, I don't think this pasta salad is actually a real thing. Maybe, I don't know. But people like using an excuse to have it in there. And they load everything inside the pasta salad.
Exactly.
So 3 starches, and then, but in some events, you want to have your bohobe with the rods.
I haven't even counted that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's either on the starches on the plate you would have le dombolo or le dombi, anker, or you would have babambatla papata, and then bohobe or semp or rice, and then these 3 salads.
Yeah.
So there is no balance already on your plate. So all we need to do is to balance and keep it simple. Lessen your food, less fried foods, make sure that you cook clean.
Yeah.
That's another thing that we're advocating, cook clean.
With clean water and everything.
No. Cooking clean is like, don't have too much deep fried stuff because you're looking for texture, and have a balanced plate.
Yeah.
So you need to have something smooth, you need to have a texture crispy there, you need to have something green, different colors, you need to have different flavors. And you will find, Knorr Aromat is our brand, but you find that that plate has got aromat in everything.
Yeah.
So the taste is like that. When you eat, your flavors in your mouth should sing high and low and like that. But then we're not doing that.
We use the same flavor across.
We use the
but,
same
But
flavor.
this is a Southern African problem.
Yes.
Right? When we eat our traditional food, no, the meals balance.
Yes.
The problem is when we start trying to have Western food
Yes.
in weddings and funerals and so on. But now, all these things, right, there's always a commercial value to products.
Yes.
People cook these things because they're seeing them being advertised in a certain way.
Of course.
Right? At what point then do we say, no, you can have these things, but there's intervals of how to have them? Because once you say buffet, for us,
But there's a trick with buffet.
okay,
Don't provide big plates.
small ones, eh?
Yes. Because then you would have smaller plates, you would go dish up, and then you come sit down. And then you would stand up, but somehow the mind will trick you. Like, oh my gosh, it's too far. Oh my gosh, people are watching me.
Yeah.
Let me just keep talking.
Hey, but I've seen people. We do meet on fire events.
Badira Mount Sinai.
No, we've seen meet on fire events. We used to have takeaway boxes, properly sized.
Yes.
Someone will just load it up with food and then go and eat and then leave it there to go and get another one. Which then goes back to us that we're not very food conservative. We want to just hammer everything, yet we can't take it in.
But there's food wastage as
Yeah, how do we manage that? Because in funerals, we know there's always a scrap tin in the car.
Yes.
We have our own Tupperware, but it's from ice cream. Eh?
Yes.
We've Tupperware ice cream, so we can load food in there. But when it comes to eating itself, if I'm a guest and you've cooked and I'm like, hey, Chef Pinky's cooking, obviously everything I see, I'm going to want it.
Yes.
How do I manage myself as a person?
Take smaller portions.
Of everything.
Take smaller portions and put them on your plate to make sure that you have each and everything. But if you put bigger portions, you won't have enough space.
In your food.
You won't have enough space on your
In
plate.
the plate, then you'd have to come back.
Yes. I've worked in hotels where you see tourists coming to South Africa. And because we give them side plates, they would put dessert, rice, and. But I won't even mention which nation is that.
Yeah.
They will just pile everything there. But one thing about them, they don't waste. They would eat everything.
I know that.
I could not do that. I don't even like food that is mixed. I don't eat a stew that is cooked by somebody else.
Okay.
I would not go anywhere and eat a stew.
Why? What are you afraid of in stew?
I want to see. see what's in there.
Do they put too much of everything?
They put too much, so you can mask quite a lot because it's not, it's not like a grilled brisket. You can see everything.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of things that you can put in there.
Yeah, but we have a tradition of doing a braai, Southern African braai. Ne? Every Robertson spice we find in the shelf, barbecue, steak and chop, Portuguese, everything.
Yes.
We put it in one plate, we put in a lot of oil, and then we've made a marinade.
Well, there's nothing wrong because now it's your signature flavor.
Okay.
Remember, our spices and products are a base.
Yes.
Then it allows a chef to create their own signature
Around
flavor.
it.
So, a chef who has a restaurant next door might be using this and the peri-peri and this.
Yeah.
But number one, they are not using it the same.
Okay.
The quantities are not the same. So you can have roast chicken, okay?
Yeah.
But it will not be the same
Yeah.
because we gave you base products. What you add with this product is your signature dish and your signature flavor.
So the creativity should then fall onto the chef.
Yes.
All right. So now let's look at the food industry.
Yes.
I would look in South Africa because everything we consume here, or at least there's a high percent of everything we consume here, is from South Africa.
Yes.
The industry there, how is it for chefs and so on? Are chefs recognized in South Africa?
Well, I don't think they are recognized as much as other countries. And especially now, it's all about the influencers.
Okay.
A person has got 100K, 1 million, and brands are running to get this person to collaborate with. And then at the end of the day, like my job as a chef who works at Unilever Food Solutions, who does recipe development.
Yeah.
You get these chefs and you want to work with them and you say, here is a product, I need you to do a recipe. The recipe that you get, number one, it's not even tested.
Okay.
Like, you cannot put something out there that is not tested.
Yep.
Number one. There is no yield. Yield meaning if I take 1 kg of beef stew, of beef and this and this and that, cook it, at the end you get 1.5 kilograms. And 1.5 kilograms can serve so many people if you are serving per portion 100 grams. Yeah. So if you're serving that beef stew, you say it's 100 grams. So that means 1.5 is 15 kgs. And the method, the ingredients, they just write onion, oil.
No quantity.
No quantities. They are not chefs. They are people who are influencers.
Yeah.
So the brand companies don't think about that, but they put them on the forefront because they're going to help them to reach. It's all about reach.
Yeah.
When you have 1 million people, it means I can reach 1 million of your viewers. Okay. And out of the 1.4 million, maybe I can get, they would like to get 90%, but sometimes you only get 10% output.
Right. But how do we spin the chefs, though, to take over that influencer role? Because I've seen some recipes and someone is cooking, and this is very popular. They've got very long nails, and they're holding a carrot, and it irritates me before I even think about the recipe. I end up not trying the recipe because of that. How do we coin the chefs now to understand that you command the culinary space, take over this and start influencing?
I think chefs are busy people. Okay. But if you offer them a space like you have here, all they need to come and do is to cook and talk.
Yeah.
Then you will get it right. But if you think now the chef needs to think about the lighting, needs to have this type of phone, they need to edit, and no, it's too much for us. We in the kitchen, we cook.
Yeah.
We do flavors, we balance flavors. We don't play with these gadgets. The minute you add stuff like this, then it becomes difficult.
You're going to compromise, even the nutritional value of food, because
Exactly.
I've seen a trend where people just eat things because they are nice and they look nice, but there's no nutritional value to what they're consuming.
No, definitely.
So now, obviously now the influencers are there and we can't do anything about them, right? Should we then, as chefs, when we have time, try and cycle back and say, guys, we like what you're doing. Can you, the nails and so on? Or the brands will get angry that you're taking our pretty people.
Listen, the way they remember they are brands, so that means that's what people want.
Okay.
We don't have the power to go to you as a brand and say, remove the nails. Don't put too much makeup. When we are on camera and touching food, make sure your hair is at the back.
She spent 7,000 on that hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't have power to control that. But for chefs who really honor the craft, they need to continue as if they were in a working kitchen. I mean, look at me. I don't have earrings.
Your hair is tied.
My hair
Your
is
nails
tied.
are
I don't
short.
have, because that's me. I'm a chef. I'm not an influencer. I might be on social media. So that's the two different things. And I don't mind going in front of the camera with my jacket. They would rather get a Louis Vuitton or whatever to, so that's the difference.
Okay, so now food safety is a very important thing. And I think last month was actually Food Safety Month along the way. The brands, don't they have responsibility of ensuring safety? I look at Unilever Food Solutions, right? When I go on the website, I can buy a hat, I can buy and these are all food safety things. But you look at other brands, there is no interest in food safety at all, or they're just interested in numbers, that's it.
So the difference about Unilever Food Solutions. So Unilever Food Solutions, we don't sell product. We manufacture products. But then we go as far as a support and inspiration. So we give support to our chefs and inspiration. We give them food costing. There's a food costing template on our website. We give them, we have a new Unilever Professional, which is your Handy Andy and Sunlight Liquid. And so we would touch on food safety because we know that flavor without food safety, it's not good.
I had very nice food, but I'm sick.
You see, so we do support quite a lot of our customers. It's very important to, in South Africa, there was a time now that people were, remember the listeriosis? Yes. So at that time, everybody started thinking about hygiene. COVID, everybody. Now COVID is gone. People went back to their bad habits. So it means we need to have something dangerous for us, something dangerous that is, it needs to happen first.
Yeah.
Then that's when we change. Yeah. But it shouldn't be like that. I do quite a lot of trainings for our end users, like your delis, your restaurants, your canteens, your factories, and your hotels. So we would do food safety. The most important thing in my training, the first thing is hand washing. Okay? Because this can save your life and they can also kill you. Okay? So thinking about that manicure here, with the gems inside here. Okay? Now you're going to mix the potato salad. Okay? With your hands.
And it's going to need your hands.
Okay? You're going to use your hands, and then the gems are going into the potato salad. So remember, how do we kill gems? We kill gems by heat. Yeah. Heat, if you heat something above 70 75 degrees Celsius, the bacteria will die. So this potato salad is ready to eat.
Yeah, and we have to keep it cool, a little bit cool, just the right environment for the bacteria to survive.
Yes, so bacteria multiplies in millions during room temperature. So if you ingest that, you're ingesting millions of bacteria, and that's when you get sick, or sometimes you die.
All right. So in Botswana, the chef development culinary schools are. You know, we've got one very good one in Maum.
Yes.
And then there is one in Gaborone, you know, and then we've got the government ones.
Yes.
The chefs who graduate from there, they are very good. However, the industry is not accommodative, right? You are in South Africa and you've got UFS, and it's able to help more and provide these things. If I'm a Botswana chef and I want to benefit from Unilever Food Solutions, what do? I hear you have a website with recipes and so on. Is that enough, or is there a bit of smaller trainings that someone could leverage on?
Okay, we also have UFS Academy.
Okay.
Okay, so UFS Academy, you just need to take your phone. Everybody has a phone.
Yeah.
Everybody affords to buy data, but they will tell you, can't do this because I don't have data. But you're on TikTok. How did you get that?
Yeah, and Botswana's got free Wi-Fi everywhere.
Exactly. So that is not a problem.
Yeah.
So what you need to do, you need to go on your app stores. If you have Android, you go to Google Store. Or if you have an iPhone, it's iStore.
Yeah.
And then you just type UFS Academy. And then the app will come. You register and you do your course. You choose. There's a whole lot of courses. Very small, bite-sized courses. And these courses are for chef self-development, you know, to continuously learn. And sort of like 4 minutes videos, and then at the end of the video there is questions. You fill in and answer the questions, and then at the end, once you pass, then you get a certificate in your email address.
This is free.
Kaput, free, mahala.
So all these courses that are within Unilever Food Solutions are free.
Yes.
Log in or get the app.
Get the app,
take courses.
Register, take courses. And then we have a paying one whereby if you are a chef of a hotel and then you have a big brigade, and you do not have time for on-job training or developing your staff, you assign courses to them. So you would put the name of the team, okay? And then from there, you would send them a link, and then they would register, and then a message would come that you have sent them to do this course. And you can see as well where after they've done their course, whether they passed or failed.
Okay.
And then that's when you can go, what is the problem? How can I help you? So it needs to be, this gives you an opportunity to actually test whether your chefs are
they're still in tune with what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
And they're upskilling themselves. So let's look at restaurants now. So in Botswana, most restaurants, and we can do a count, there isn't really a chef as in a qualified chef
Cooks.
at the back. There are cooks in there.
Even
and
in
these
South Africa.
These are young girls who started, or young boys, because mostly it's boys in the kitchen, who started on the floor as a waiter. Went on to learn about mixing cocktail.
Yes.
And then ended up one day putting spice and chips and taking the plate to a client. And then the person is in there. Can I use UFS as that kind of person to upskill myself to at least being close enough to qualifying to go to school?
Go to UFS Academy.
Okay.
But these are not certificates to say, I'm a qualified chef,
Yeah.
I need to go look for a job.
It's a
This
skill.
is for self-development
Okay.
and upskilling yourself, or if you are the executive chef, you need to upskill your employees.
Your employees.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have this in Botswana. And I don't think a lot of us actually know. I think it's probably the first time someone would know about this.
Yes.
To know that if you go into UFS, you can get this going. So we obviously need to develop people. And I'm happy that you came all the way from South Africa to here.
Yes.
And you work with Central Logistics and so on your products. Is it only just about product, J&J, or do you, when you are here, do you meet people who sell these products to train them on how to use them?
Like right now, one of our clients is Pick and Pay.
Okay.
Okay, so last time I was here, I did training, and then now we are retraining.
All right.
And then from there, Wednesday, me and Kumo will be driving up the north. That will be my first time in Francistown.
Okay.
So I'm excited. Then we go to the Pick and Pays there. So what happens, they would put everybody together, all the Pick and Pays around, and we go to one Pick and Pay, and then we do the training.
All right. So you're training them on your product knowledge and usage.
Yes. So usually, like, I would say this is a veggie seasoning, okay? A veggie seasoning.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you can only use it for vegetables.
Oh, okay.
So we do recipes for you,
Okay.
okay? Because remember, our products give you consistency.
Yeah.
These gives you consistency. If you're going to do a mac and cheese, for example,
Yeah.
we've got a Knorr Classic white sauce, okay? So regardless who made it in the kitchen, it needs to be the same every day. When I am a customer, I come today, I have the mac and cheese, it needs to taste the same.
I should not taste your mood in the food.
No.
Okay.
Okay? And my little pinch and your little pinch, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So I develop recipes, we weigh everything, it's costed, everything is costed, and then it's given a number. So when you come and you say, I want chicken mayo, they say, okay, put 2 spoons. You know when they take your plate and then they put it on the scale
Yeah.
and they punch in a code.
Yeah.
So it's not just codes. The codes come from a recipe.
So they're built from a recipe.
And the recipe has got costings. Then you get a code so that they can make profit. Because if you don't, that's how you make profit.
Yeah. And because you've gotten in there, and in short, profitability of the food business. I've run a restaurant, and I think Kumo will tell about it. I ended up closing and focusing on doing the festivals.
Yes.
Because the costings at the back were giving me a headache.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most basic way for me to cost my menu to make it a little bit profitable?
Standardized recipes.
We don't write recipes there.
That's where the problem
is.
That's where you cannot run a food business without a standardized
You
recipe.
can't run ancestors.
No, like I would say, you see me, I am the best queen of chakalaka. And you have developed a recipe as a chef. There is no red peppers in there. But she's going or he's going to put red peppers in your recipe.
Yeah.
Profit is gone.
So they're an expensive item for no reason.
Yeah. Besides even expensive, don't put something that is not costed in the recipe.
So it's important to write the recipe.
You need to have not just write. What is a standardized recipe?
Yeah.
A standardized recipe is a recipe with a title, the head, the recipe name,
Okay.
the ingredients,
With the
quantities, and how you prepare it, onion, finely chopped or sliced or whatever. Then you come to a method. How do you prepare these ingredients? Then you have a yield. How much does this recipe make? Because you're going to need it when you do food costing. You cannot do food costing without a standardized recipe, number one. And a standardized recipe will also help you with consistency. Let me make an example. If I go to, is there a McDonald's here?
No.
You don't have a McDonald's. Let me say
KFC.
I go to KFC and I buy KFC streetwise tube up. It doesn't matter whether I go in the rural area, KFC, in an urban area, it needs to be the same every day. It needs to taste the same every day. That's how you keep customers coming, number one. Secondly, that's how you stay in business, and that's how you make sure that you reduce wastage in your kitchen and you make profit.
Okay. So now I see a lot of, look, in Botswana, the food business in the streets has grown, especially since COVID. You know, most chefs were manufactured during COVID in the sense that
the businesses, most chefs pivoted to become, chefs with businesses.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of food service providers in the street. So sometimes I've bought a 15 pula plate.
Yes.
The only difference there is one piece of meat. The one is 35 pula, a second piece of meat.
Yes.
But to me, the pap weighs the same. Everything weighs the same. Are they making profit? How can we help these street vendors to actually turn a profit? Because they don't grow. They are still cooking in the same place.
Well, we were talking with Sen Foods today, who started at Sen Foods, and we were talking about the street food, vendors. And this is what we have done in South Africa. We've done a masterclass.
Okay.
So I've been doing masterclasses, and then we have separated them because they are not the same people.
No, they're not, yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys have quarters, but then we have those who sell quarters. We have the plates. We have shisanyama. We have restaurants, because there are restaurants in the township, that are black owned by these chefs. And then we have event caterers. And event caterers, festivals, baby showers,
Now funerals have got
funerals, weddings, all of this. Those are different people.
Yeah.
So when you speak to them, you need to speak to them according to the type of business they are in. So what we did then, we brought them in, we did a master chef, and then we created a basket for them for the type of food that they do. And then we went through, we showed them what is a standardized recipe, showed them a costing tool. We even shared the costing tool, so that it already has formulas. All you need to do is to put the name of your ingredients, the quantities, and the cost.
Okay.
So how much did you buy this at your wholesaler? And then from there it calculates everything. Now, they don't even know what is GP. They don't know what is profit. Then I say, okay, if you are not mekhabaru, this is how much food cost you should be putting. But if you're greedy, if you put, then it changes in front of their eyes. They can see that the selling prices changes.
They change.
Yes.
So that costing tool is there on the website?
It's there on the website.
Okay, so let's go to the caterers, because that's where I kind of graduated to, right? And my biggest challenge is we do meat, and people know when we book meat on fire, the meat won't finish. But we struggle with knowing how many, because some people are, you get someone who's, let's put it this way, if we have, not even corporate clients, we have white clients, right? Our white clients would know we are being served this and it's going to be enough and we're going to eat it.
Yes.
Then we have our clients, our people.
Who want to take some home.
They are going to eat and then want to take skaftin.
Yes.
How do I, as a caterer, make sure that I'm able to balance off my costs? At the same time, remember, even if I'm a caterer, I'm also selling in the street part-time. How do I balance the two?
Okay, so it starts with consultation.
Okay.
When you're speaking to your client.
Yeah.
This is Chef Pinky. This is how I work. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have an understanding. Now, how do you know how much to cater for? And another thing, how much to cost? Now, remember the standardized recipe and the costing.
Yeah.
It will help you to charge these people per person. So now, let's say the chakalaka, it's 1.5 kg that we've already done, cooked. And then we are going to send, my maths is not mathing, so I'll choose a number that I can be able to Cochlear divide. So I'm choosing 100 grams per person. So if I take 1.5 and I divide it by 100, I get 15 people. So now, if I am selling on the street, if I'm going to sell 100 grams of chakalaka as a side, how much? So let's say the 1.5, you're going to help me in converting. So let's say the 1.5 kg has costed me to make it, it was 50 rand. Yeah. How much is in Pula? What is 50 rand in Pula?
More or less the same now.
Because it's 1:1.
Almost, because
okay. All
one
right.
is 1.2, but let's just work it on rent, it's still fine.
Okay. So now you're going to take, it costs you 50 rand, and you put your GP, let's say now, your selling price for a kg would be 75 rand. Okay? Yeah. It costed you 50 rand. Now you are
selling at 75.
At 75, so you are gaining 50 rand.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how am I going to sell it per person? So you take the 75 rand, you divide it by 15.
15 people.
It gives you how much? Please help us.
75
divided by 15.
About 5, eh? Yeah.
That is 5 rand per 100 grams.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how you need to do it. So, okay, so it's that. So it's the same principle when you have a client. I don't charge a plate, I charge per head.
All right.
Per pax. So per pax is per head. Because remember, food costing, you do not add anything that is not edible.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Food costs, you don't add anything.
Food costs, you do not add anything that you cannot put in your mouth.
But I'm buying a fork and I'm buying a serviette.
It's going to come after.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So then that's how people get shot themselves on the food.
Yeah.
They would say, okay, this has costed me 100 rand, so I will sell it 75 rand. But you didn't put fuel, you didn't put labor, you didn't put this and this and this and this. So you would need to have another tab and put food costing and put packaging and put labor and put that. Then it comes, then that amount, you're going to divide it by the 15 people that you're going to cater for, and you will not
add it to there. Oh, okay. So it then simplifies it. All right, so I'm going to take your last word on it. So today, because you are here, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to catch you. Mashed flakes or mashed potato flakes. Mm-hmm. I want to see that mashed potato, right?
Yes.
From what I'm seeing on the packaging, it's a potato that's been dehydrated, mashed and then dehydrated, and you bring it back to life. Yes. So in short, this mashed potato, you're going to make it for us.
I will do a demo with our mashed flakes. And like I said, the mashed flakes comes in 2 kgs and you get 15 kilograms of mashed potatoes. Okay. But the mash, this product, you don't just use it for mash only. Mm-hmm. You can use it for your cheese ball, for your snack platters. You can use it for your fish cake. You can use it to crumb as well. Okay. You can use it to thicken your sauces or stews if you think the consistency is not right.
All right.
But then before you close, do you know today is International Chef's Day?
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, happy Chef's Day to you.
So happy International Chef's Day to all the chefs out there. Go out there, keep on cooking, make sure you balance all those flavors and you're serving healthy meals to everybody.
All right. Chef, thank you very much for your time.
It's a pleasure.
All right. And that marks the end of our conversation on the Think.Set Podcast. We had a bit of an interlude there where we were looking at the food industry. And I think as we are, so go into ufs.co.za.
Yes.
And then in there, or just go on your app and download the app, and you can get free courses that are designed for you to upskill yourself as a cooking person, a culinary person, a cook, a chef, whatever. And also, the food costing tool is in there. Yes. That's a very interesting one. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.
So today I'm going to show you how to make knorr mash flakes. So knorr mash flakes, it comes in 2 kilograms and it yields 15 kilograms of mash. and it is dehydrated potatoes, so that's real potatoes. As you can see here, it's not powder, it is flakes. So the quantities are on the packaging. I'm gonna add margarine, so you can use butter if you have, and then it is going to